I think we're back. Let me know if we are back. My internet died there. You let me know if we are officially back. I don't know what happened there. We good? Think we're good? Okay, my stream restarted. My stream definitely restarted. Okay. Dead? Okay, are we back though? I think we're back. I think we're back. Yeah, you're back. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My internet just fucking died or something. That was weird. That was weird. Apologies for that. Okay. Okay. So, like I was saying, I don't know how much of me got cut off there before before my power went or my internet went out. But like I was saying, the one of the games I expect to see on nominated for Game of the Years is going to be Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think an indie game has made that much of an impact, I think, in a while. I think it would be beyond weird, at least in my opinion, if we don't see Baldur's Gate 3 at all, you know? It's been a very unique it was a very unique game. It had so much under the hood, and it was well beloved by a lot of people. It still sits, I think, at a 96 on Metacritic, which is huge for the game. It's average, like it's equal in score to Tears of the Kingdom, which is the second highest rating. It's definitely going to be top 3. There's no way. Yeah, I would be shocked. I think, like, for viewer voted especially, I think it's probably going to be a lot of people's favorite. The fact it lasted for so long on the internet, like in people's minds, like it was really cool. It was really cool to see, and I think it definitely should take that top spot. It might not be the top game of the year for whatever reason, but I think it deserves to at least be nominated as one for sure. But then there's like a bunch of other cool stuff that came out as well. There was, I believe, Resident Evil 4 came out, the remake for Resident Evil 4, which I have not had the chance to play, but it looks absolutely phenomenal. Resident Evil 4 looks beautiful. It looks amazing to play, and I'm very excited to play it sometime because I love original RE4. So I definitely want to check out the remake because it looks super good. I know Alan Wake 2 just came out, and already it's being talked about in such super high regards. Why didn't you do that for Spooky Month? Because I'm stupid and I forgot to play Resident Evil 4 for Spooky Month. Basically the gist of it. I just genuinely forgot about RE4. I genuinely forgot about it until like it was until it was like halfway through, and I was like, well, I think it would take too long to beat it during this month, and it would carry off too far. So I definitely want to play it. I might just play it at some point anyways. I have the game and I have the PS4 to play it, so I'll probably just play it at some point, you know? Definitely something I've been wanting to play, but yeah, no, it was really just a matter of it slipped my mind and I didn't think about it till after. But yeah, like, RE4 came out, super popular. Thank you for the me and the hydrate. I definitely need the hydrate.
Me?
I have been chatting nonstop for 2 hours, so it's definitely wearing on me.
Me?
Gaga, thank you. Thank you for the me, Gaga. Some other stuff that came out this year that's really, really popular. Street Fighter 6 is probably going to be nominated game of the for fighting game of this year. I'd be weirded out if Street Fighter 6 didn't win fighting game of the year. Super popular. The game I recommended you turned out to be damn fun. Yeah, I remember you recommending it to me. I want to check it out at some point. Justin got really into it. I got into it, but this is the problem with fighting games. I don't stick around as long as I want to for fighting games. That's the hole for the the mic arm. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 is a lot of fun. I have not played it in a while, so I kind of put it on the back burner, but I want to play more of it at some point. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I think Street Fighter 6 is probably going to win fighting game of the year, because it added so much to this formula. It looked amazing. It came out, it was played super well. Its performance was great. Gimmick, welcome in. How the heck are you doing? Happy Sunday to you. How is it going? We are not playing Ruin King. We are just chatting, because we are 2 hours in and I don't feel like chatting. I don't feel like swapping game. I know it says the stream just started basically, but we've been chatting for like 2 hours. My internet went out, so. But yeah, Street Fighter 6, super likely to make it on there. I think another fighting game that will make it on there is probably Mortal Kombat 1. I think it's called. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1. I've heard less glowing things about Mortal Kombat 1, but it'd be weird if it wasn't on there. You know, it'd just be strange if it wasn't. I'm trying to think of some of the other fighting games this year, but I haven't kept up in fighting games as much this year. So we'll see what else could possibly be in that ballpark. Let's see. Spider-Man 2 is probably making Game of the Year nominee as well. I think that's a safe bet. First party Sony IP, or like a first party Sony IP. It'd be weird if we didn't see it, you know? I think it was very highly, like, a lot of people were excited for it. It'd be weird if we didn't see it on there. I would expect to see, I don't know what category it comes in, but the Cyberpunk DLC, Phantom Liberty, I have not had a chance to play Cyberpunk with everything. Suka game of the year. What are you talking about? What would you send me, Pat? Need to take off my sweater, it was getting a little hot. Oh, bonfire. Yeah. I'm sorry, day 4 combo? The fuck does that mean? Oh, it's like a trick. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely like, I know there's a lot of people that love stuff like this. I've never been like a super trick happy gamer. You know, like, I never really played a lot of Jet Set Radio or anything, so I know it's a lot of fun, and it's really cool when you do a lot of sick tricks and stuff, but yeah, I know. I definitely want to play it, though, at some point, just because I want to see it, you know? And I think it's cool that a game like this exists. Yeah. Thank you for the combo video. I love combo videos. Just to see what wild shit people get up to, you know? Thank you for random noises. Okay. Critically acclaimed. So yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 would be weird, like I said, if it doesn't manage to at least get onto Game of the Year nominee list. It'd just be weird. Also, I think Diablo 4 is gonna make it on there. I don't think Diablo 4 deserves to be any awards, personally, mostly because I don't like Blizzard. They kind of suck, especially nowadays. I don't really like Blizzard, so I don't think it should deserve to get any awards. I'm assuming it will, because it's Blizzard and it's also Diablo, so it'd be weird. Didn't Diablo 4 die? I don't know what happened to it, but I know I think it had microtransaction bullshit or something. There's like a lot of shit involved with it. Yeah, due to microtransactions and updates that were in the game. Yeah, I don't know if we call it dead, but I don't know if it's doing too hot now. But yeah, I would be surprised if it doesn't win some kind of, or it's not nominated at the very least. I don't know if it would win anything, but it's probably nominated for something. But yeah, like I was saying, the Cyberpunk update, It'd be interesting to see if the Cyberpunk update gets anything. I would like to see if Cyberpunk gets an award of some kind. Because Cyberpunk has gone through a lot of changes from what I understand and has become a much, much better game, at least for a lot of people. I really liked OG Cyberpunk, even with all the bugs and issues that it had. So I really want to try Phantom Liberty and give the game a go now with everything that has happened to it, because it has gone through a lot. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to get any nominees like the Phantom Liberty DLC, but we'll see. Sea of Stars, I could see is getting something. Maybe. Sea of Stars was super, super hype, and it released, and it had a lot of hype behind it. It was really well received. I could see it getting something, you know? I could see it getting potentially at least a nominee for something. It definitely fits into that nominee category, but I don't know what it could get. Music's kind of a bop, so maybe it gets a nominee for music. I can't remember all the categories for Game Awards. I'd be surprised if Dredge didn't end up on the indie list. That's a good one as well. I need to. Okay. Sorry about that. See, I'd like to see the nominees. Because I don't remember all the nominees anymore. Do award categories. I think that's it. No, wait. No. It's a different thing, I think. Let's see. So, the categories are the Game of the Year. We have Best Independent Game, which I don't understand what independent games are, so I don't know what will end up on those. There's Best Mobile Game. Genuinely no idea what could end up on Best. Actually, Honkai Star Rail probably ends up on here. I think Star Rail ends up for Best Mobile Game. If Genshin, because it's just Genshin. But RPG, and I enjoy Star Rail, I think, more. I enjoy Star Rail a lot more. I would be surprised if it didn't end up on there. But Best Mobile Game, Best Narrative, Best Score and Music, Best Performance, which is to the voice actors and stuff like that. So we'll see. Rip on both super, super predatory games. I mean, to be fair, mobile game category really is just which predatory game is the best predatory game, you know? Which is the best predatory project that you can play, because they're all just predatory. Also, I'd be funny if Genshin ended up on Best Mobile and Star Rail, because then you would have Star Rail and Genshin fighting each other for the best. Think of a random noises. I don't know what the random noise was. There's Games for Impact, which usually Games for Impact is Games for Impact is weird. It's like a weird category if I remember correctly, because there's always like weird games in there that I don't know very well. There's Best Action and Adventure. There's Best Role-Playing Game, which Baldur's Gate 3 probably wins, if I'm gonna be real. For role-playing game, it's probably the best one this year by far, so it probably ends up winning it. Best Fighting Game, Best Family Game, Best Sports/Racing. I don't know anything about racing, so this category, I'm clueless. What came out this year in racing? I don't fucking know. There's Best VR. Same thing with racing. No idea. There's Best Multiplayer. There's Best Art Direction, Game Direction, and Best Action Game. Best Sim/Strategy Game. Best Audio Design. Best Ongoing Game, which I think usually is like League of Legends and like Overwatch. And I think Rainbow Six Siege is on there usually. We'll see which other ones are on there, because there'll probably be a few. Probably Genshin's on that list as well. Best Debut Indie Game. It's probably... Debut Indie could be a lot of things. It could be Cassette Beasts. It could be Sea of Stars. Dredge, like you mentioned, could be on there. I'm trying to think of some of the other big indies that came out this year, because there was a lot of them. There's so many. Again, there's so many games this year. It's really hard to keep up. Let me think here. Let me think. So many games. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do love how hard indies have gone this year. Indies have gone super hard this year. There's been so many fantastic ones. And there's like a lot of promising games coming out too, because we watched just like a couple weeks ago, I think it was now, or like 2 weeks ago or whatever, week ago, I don't remember. There was the Steam Next Fest, which was all indie developers debuting their games. A lot of really cool looking games already debuting, so I would love to see what else comes next, because there's still a lot more year. Oh, Signalis definitely probably ends up on these lists, because Signalis came out this year, didn't it? I think, or was it last year? When did Signalis come out? Am I crazy? How do you spell Signal? How is Signal is spelled? Help me out. Signal. Yeah, Signalis. Signalis. Yeah. I got it. No, it came out last year. This came out last year? You know what, though? This could technically, if this isn't on the list from last year, it could be this year, maybe. I don't know. Signalis. Well, I'm off to keep working on my Skyrim load order. Build it from scratch so I can put it on my ROG ally. Okay, nice. Well, wish you luck on getting all that on your ally. Big thumbs up to you getting that as well. Congrats. I hope it's a lot of fun. I know you were mentioning talking about it and you've been really enjoying it. But do have a good time, man. It was nice seeing you. Once again, do take care. It's so cool. Yeah, it's a very cool device. It's very, very interesting to have something like that portable. Thank you for random noises, by the way, Pat. We'll probably just be chatting for a bit longer, honestly. We'll just chat for a bit longer, and then we'll go look for somebody to raid into and say hello. This will be like a weird night where I don't actually play a game. It's been weird. We haven't played a game. Have a solid rest of stream and night, fam. Yeah, you as well, Casey. I appreciate you. Have yourself a great one. Thank you again for the sub earlier, and do take care. Ciao. But yeah, it's been weird that we haven't played a game all year or all day, you know? And the chatting was interesting. I think it's a nice change of pace. You know, we don't get to do this every once in a while. I do usually have a lot to say, especially tonight, because I've seen so many gaming news and I haven't had a chance to really talk about any of it. So I think it was nice to kind of just chat for a good while. But again, I just want to mention there's been a lot of really cool stuff that's come out this year. So many interesting games that it's just really hard to kind of narrow it down. Thank you for the flowers. It's very interesting. It's hard to narrow it down because as soon as you try and look, I think it's weird. Overwatch 2, despite it not doing very well, I feel like I feel like it's probably gonna get nominated for something, maybe. I don't think it deserves it, but I could see it getting nominated. What else has come out? Yeah, that went under the radar after a week or two. Overwatch 2, yeah, no, definitely did. It did not do very well. I know even people that were excited for Overwatch, love Overwatch, they weren't even very excited. And as you said before, Tears of the Kingdom is now dead. I feel like that's just a system of how, you know, the entire internet works nowadays. That's like a bigger conversation into how the internet nowadays almost functions. I feel like the attention span of the internet is like that. It's like we have news articles, we have things that are they just happen and we're already on to the next thing. But yeah, they move on rapidly when people played Breath of the Wild the hell out and are still playing it today. Yeah. And I do think it's interesting because as far as I understand, from everyone that's played Tears is objectively a better game from what I understand. So I do find it very interesting that Tears, unlike Breath of the Wild, kind of didn't have the same attention to it. I do think it's still going to get nominated for Game of the Year. I do think it's going to get that because this year is so stacked and it still received very glowing reviews. It's Game Awards are always looking for those first party titles, those big first parties. Also about Spidey 2. Spidey 2 is the same thing. I do think it's interesting though, because I keep hearing more about Spidey 2, but I guess it's more recent that Spidey 2 came out. Like, when did Spider-Man 2 come out? Like, it just came out, right? Like, I feel like maybe we're still in the recent phase of it. Okay, well, that's the movie Spider-Man 2. I want the game Spider-Man 2, not the movie from 2004. Yeah, it came out in October. It's been a week. It's been a week, and I forgot about it. So maybe it doesn't count. Maybe it doesn't count. I feel like a week is not a lot of time to talk. Also, I guess like Breath of the Wild did have or Tears of the Kingdom did have a lot of longevity, mostly through memes. I think memes and people just building weird shit really kept the game alive. So I do think like both of those games will probably be nominated for Game of the Year. But yeah, just check out Spidey Ultimate. I do know about Ultimate Spider-Man Ultimate. Or Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, because it's very comic book inspired. Like it's got that like cell shading style to it. Yeah. No, I've seen it. Ultra realism gets dull fast or rapidly. That's fair. It remains iconic for years to come. No, definitely. I do think cell shading style like this is always very, very pleasing to the senses to look at. It's a very pleasing art style. Let's see. What else has come out? Oh, there's that for ongoing games. There could be that Disney game. Disney, what the fuck's it called? It's like Disney Valley or something. Disney Valley game. Dreamlight Valley. That's it. Disney Dreamlight Valley. I feel like that's probably gonna raid recommendation 10 gauge. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. I might go and say hi to somebody new as well. I do want to say hi to some new people as well. So we'll see. But thank you. But yeah, I think for best ongoing game, Dreamlight Valley, because like this has been pretty popular for this year. It keeps getting updates and stuff. It'd be weird. Oh yeah, that was a game of a dark backstory. Which one? Ultimate Spider-Man? Or Dreamlight Valley? Oh, Hi-Fi Rush. That's a good one. I forgot about Hi-Fi Rush. Oh, yeah. Hi-Fi Rush very likely gets on some kind of list. That was super popular. For a game that just kind of released, with like nothing. Like it was a shadow drop of a game. It hit the internet super hard. It was super popular for a good bit. And it was really well made. It was a really, really well made game as well. So I could see that being nominated for something. Kind of slipped my mind, but Hi-Fi Rush has been a game I want to check out too, because obviously I love character action games, and it looks perfect. It looks really perfect for that kind of game. The mouse snaring a random civilian and turning into a villain, Dreamlight Valley, of enslavement to work for the black company overworked of the mouse. Oh. Nice. Weird plot line. But yeah. Like I said, this game has had... This year has had so many great games. And there's been a lot of really cool releases that we've managed to spot and see. So I'd really like to see what gets onto the nominated list this year, because it's honestly been really hard to track everything that has come out. And I think it's interesting too, because there's been a lot of indie developed games mostly that have really, I think, taken the eyes of a lot of people. Where in past years it feels like it's always been sort of those third-party developed, those big AAA developed titles. I think there's been a lot of indie developers or developers that aren't as on the big echelons of people's minds. Final Fantasy 16 is probably nominated for something as well. Just a side note, that one's definitely nominated for something. Forspoken is definitely not nominated for anything. I would be shocked if Forspoken was nominated for anything. But just a side note, is another Square title. I just want to point that one out. But 16 is definitely nominated for something. I would be absolutely shocked if 16 got no nomination from anything this year, because it was definitely a game that came out and it's made waves. It was really, really loved. So let me just look through my list. Just want to look over here real quick. Thank you for random noises. Okay. Yeah. Like I said though, we'll see what ends up coming out on the Game Awards. I believe they said mid-November. They don't have an exact date, so we'll see the nominees. I'll probably pick my votes personally on stream when they do come out. I'm very excited to see the nominees. I'm very excited to see what we end up getting. And I think the thing I'm most excited for with Game Awards is to see what game trailers we end up getting, because that's like the best part of the Game Awards every single year, honestly. So many things to expect, but honestly, without an adequate equipment, I don't get too excited for new games. So I just play old games or games that are at a glance light on resources. No, that's fair. I think if you don't have the equipment to play a lot of modern games, I honestly can't blame you for not really getting excited for a lot of things. Like, yeah, it'd be cool to play stuff like, I don't know, like FF7 Remake and stuff like that, but if it's hard to play it, I mean, how can you get excited for Rebirth, you know? If you can't play the game efficiently, at least. I know you played Remake though. I remember you saying you've played Remake, I believe. Or did you play Remake? I actually don't know. I'm not recollecting. OG with Back 7. Okay, you played OG. Yeah, you haven't played Remake. You've seen probably Remake a lot. I feel like Remake's a pretty popular stream game. Okay. But no, that's fair. I am excited to see what game trailers we end up getting. If I had to make some predictions, was fun, quite enjoyable. Fair. If I had to make some predictions of what we'll end up seeing at the Game Awards, and this is all speculation. This is all random guessing, and I'll probably have a better like speculation list when the Game Awards actually launches. Oh my god. I'm gonna guess like we're probably gonna see like a Rebirth trailer, like the final Rebirth trailer. That's a hot guess from me. We're gonna see one final Rebirth trailer. We're gonna see probably Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer. I'd be weirded out if we didn't see Dragon's Dogma 2. We might also see at the Game Awards. If we don't get it, because apparently, speculation-wise, there's this magical Capcom game that has not been revealed yet, that is supposed to be launching, I believe, by March next year, that is supposed to sell millions. We have zero fucking clue what that game is. Mega Man Legends 3, probably not. We have zero fucking clue what that game is. Genuinely speaking, we have no idea. But this rumor has been passed around a lot, and it keeps popping up, it seems. And I believe it's supposed to be by March. We're gonna get some kind of Capcom game that will sell a ton. Let me give you a Capcom horror story. I mean, there's a lot of Capcom horror stories. Mega Man 7, take a wild guess what happened. What happened with Mega Man 7? Couldn't even imagine. I don't even follow Mega Man that much. I like Mega Man, but I don't like him that much. A lot of people say that it's the most favorite game of all time, and some are very toxic, though. Oh, are you talking about OG7? Because, yeah, that's fair. They finished the game in 3 months. Well, that's not new to it's not new to the game industry, but yeah, it's never a nice thing to see. 3 months. It's probably because they reused a lot of assets. If anything, because all those games, like all the OG Mega Man games, but maybe but 3? There's like a couple. But yeah. 3 months schedule. God. Oh, this is the only title on the SNES as well? The mainline title? Huh. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Crunch do be a problem, though. All kind of new assets because of, from Mega Man 6 to 7. 7 was the first one to be done on the SNES. 1 to 6 were all NES. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that 7... I didn't know that 7 was the only one on SNES. Or was the first one on SNES. So they had to build it from scratch on 3 months? Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. That sounds completely horrible. Welcome to the game industry, baby. That's the game industry. It's great, ain't it? I love when the game industry puts in unrealistic expectations on all of the developers and says, have fun. It's stupid. It's always stupid, but yeah. No, I didn't know that. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. I know there's absurd time frames, but that is ridiculous. It's funny because I don't even think that's the only time that sort of time frame has happened. There's definitely been time frames where stuff like that happens. It's just like a common thing in the industry, unfortunately. Timelines are fucked, and developers are the ones that have to bite the bullets. 6 months? Yeah. Like, it's really unfortunate that it happens, but that's just how the industry ends up working sometimes. That's why, like, a lot of people try and fight for video game unions, for example, because, I mean, it is very unhealthy to have those kind of expectations put onto developers. I don't know how many of them do it, but they end up pulling through a lot of the times, even then. And you know what? Even if the game turns out bad because of it, I think it's just impressive that they managed to pull it off in the first place. The fact that you can get a title from development to release is the most impressive thing always. And usually when stuff like that happens, it's usually people at the very tippy top that are the ones to blame. It's never the developers. The people on the ground that are forced to work that and probably crunch it out. It's always really unfortunate to have those people put into those circumstances because of the people with money not being very smart with said money, you know? And it's a time as old as the game industry. I mean, fucking what, the ET, like for the Atari as a good example, was it was like made in 3 weeks by one guy. As a side, is like a fun sidebar fact of that game was made in like 3 weeks. Like, this has been happening since the freaking Atari, so no wonder why it failed horribly. Yeah, it was a very weird game. Actually, you know what? I think it had like a good reception back then. That's the funny thing. I think ET's history has been kind of skewed, and it's mostly the funny thing about ET. It was well received. The problem with it was confusing, and it was not very good. But it was mostly fucking Atari. It was mostly Atari. They ordered way more copies to be made than they could sell. They ordered stupid amount, which is why they had so many. Same with the like they did it to themselves. Like a lot of Atari, like it wasn't the games were so much bad. Well, the games were bad, but depends on who you talk to. But like a lot of them were they overestimated how many copies this was gonna sell, and they put these stupid timelines. They made bad games. They made bad versions of a lot of games, like Pac-Man, and then they would just order way more than they could sell. Which is why, funny enough, that whole like thing about, the myth about E.T., the game E.T., was buried in some Mexico landfill. Like the whole, like it wasn't that it was buried in Mexican landfill or anything like that. It was that Atari had a factory. They sold it because they were assets. They needed to sell their assets, and they just happened to put like some of the games ended up in the dump because they had so many extra copies. It wasn't that they buried it. It was just like some of the games ended up in the dump. That was it. It was more like a myth that was exaggerated. Funny enough. F. It was a definite F. It was a definite F. But that's also why Atari went defunct. And I'm pretty sure filed for bankruptcy at some point, if I remember correctly. And also still exists. I think Atari still exists, which is the weird part. I don't know how. I don't know how. But yeah. Just weird. It's just so bizarre, you know? The Chad Game Studio, who does excellent remasters. Yeah, they still exist. They're currently integrated with Night Dive Studios. Oh, yeah, Night Dive? What a killer studio. Night Dive is rad as fuck. They do so many excellent remasters, and honestly, like, they're fucking goated with the sauce, man. Like, what? Like, everything that they've done, like, what? They got System Shock remasters. They got the remake of System Shock, if I'm not mistaken. The Turok remasters. They got fucking Blade Runner Enhanced Edition, which is rad. You got fucking things like Strife. You got things like Shadow Man, Quake. Like, Night Dive Studio, fucking, they're really good at just making a lot of really dope remasters and everything. Like, let them cook, honestly. Let them cook. And I think it's interesting too that a lot of their games are remasters, but like they show that they can do something at least somewhat new. I know, like, technically the System Shock remake is not like technically new because it's just a one-to-one remake almost, but very enhanced and with a lot of differences. But it's very similar to the original. But still, they show that they can do a lot of impressive work. They're a very good company. Very, very good company. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting, and I'm excited to see what we'll see when we get towards the Game Awards this year, because again, there's just so much stuff to expect and to look forward to, honestly. Well, I think I'm gonna actually call it here. Like the Forsaken remaster. What do you mean Forsaken remaster? The fuck are you talking about Forsaken remaster? Forsaken? That's a different... What? Games like Descent, they went ahead and added both PC, PS1, and 64 content in the remaster. Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait, hold on. This one. This game. Right here. I've had this game for years. I never knew what it was. Oh crap, you got it, yeah. I've owned this game since forever. It was one of the games I had for my N64. I never played it really. I never understood how to play it, so I never played it. But yeah, I have a physical copy. Small world, honestly. That's why I was like, Forsaken. You mean this one? Kind of deceiving. That's why I was like, what the fuck is this? I never knew what this was because this cover sucks. It doesn't tell you anything. It says like abandon all in there. It's weird. It's a weird fucking box. It's a weird cartridge art. But I didn't know that. That's actually really neat. I didn't know that they also did that. Cool. But yeah, like I said, I think this is where we're gonna end. I do have to work tomorrow, and honestly, from talking rapidly and straight for almost 3 hours, my voice is like my throat's starting to kind of hurt, and I think I just kind of want to take it easy and get to sleep a little early if I can. So rather than push through, I think we're gonna call it here. In which you fly hover bikes and raid the ruins of a destroyed Earth for gold. Also, the controversy of the promo art that backfired horribly for Acclaim before. Oh, interesting. Yeah, all I knew there was like hover bikes or something. This is weird. Which was the picture of a nude woman. That's it. Oh, wait. No, I know that. Oh my god. Okay. Well, now I'm going down memory lane of this game that I know bits and pieces about. Didn't even appear in the game. No, there's no nude woman in this game. I'll tell you right now, little Joey was fucking baffled with what the fuck this thing was. I never understood even how to play it really. So, funny world. There are female riders, but no one remotely close to that redhead. Slate? You're saying there's people in this game? I just knew there was a bike. People shot at me and then I fucking died probably because I didn't understand how to play the game. It was weird. But yeah, let's take a quick gander. Yeah. I'm not sure if you play it now, you would understand. I'm pretty sure if I played it now, I would understand more. I definitely did not understand it back then. So yeah, there's let's look for somebody to raid here. Like I said, I just think we'll end it here and get some good sleep, I think, and take it easy. Yeah, so like you mentioned, 10 gauge is streaming. Yeah, let's go over to 10 gauge. I haven't had a chance to say hi to him in a bit. Also, he hit 100 not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him celebrating that. So, yeah, let's go over to 10 gauge and say hello to him. I'm trying to think when he hit it, because it was very recent, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it was a very very recent, a few days ago. Yeah. Let me see, because I follow him on Twitter, so that's how I knew. Let's see. If I can find it, I definitely can't find it. I definitely can't find it. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do our regular raid message, and we'll go in there, congratulate him for 100. It's been a bit. I haven't had a chance to say hi to him. So let's get this show on the road. Thank you all so much once again for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you. Here's some socials. Here's the TikTok. Here's the Discord if you would like to follow any of those. I appreciate everyone that does. I just posted a new YouTube video as part 8 of the Sacred Echoes series, so go and check that out if you want, if you've been following it. I appreciate it so much if you do. I enjoy making them, and yeah, we'll continue that with more this week. Also, follow me on TikTok and stuff like that if you want to stay up to date with some shorts. They're all just clips from the stream, so you know, if you want to check out any of those, you know what, I'd appreciate it all the same. Here's a raid message if you don't have any emotes. Here's a raid message if you do have any emotes. You can take those over to 10 and let him know that we have brought the clocks. Thank you all so much once again. Good chatting with you. Yeah, it was good chatting with you, Pat. It was good chatting with everybody as well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming on. I know we didn't play any games tonight, but it was a lot of fun just to hang out. Yeah, one last reminder, next week we'll be back with only one stream. Probably, maybe if I'm feeling up to it, we'll do another one. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It'll be Left 4 Dead. I'll post about it in Discord, all that jazz. Till then, folks, have yourself a great one, and ciao for now. Bye.